everybody, and welcome to another 10 Talks, this time with my guest, Hinabobina. Welcome in, welcome in. Hina, thank you so much for being here.
The heck? I gotta be smaller.
If you want, you could sit on the couch. I don't know if you could see the image.
Oh yeah, couch time.
How do I see if I put notes in the document?
Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
So the way this works is I have a set of questions, and chat is also allowed to ask any questions they might have, but if we get off topic, don't worry about it, because most of the time off topic happens.
Okay.
So if you're new here, I'm Tenshi, and I do this thing called 10 Talks where I invite VTubers on to talk all about, what made them want to be VTubers. But to start off, to show an example of what kind of questions get asked all the time, Hina, what kind of breakfast food do you like?
I like breakfast sausage.
Sausage?
That's probably the number one choice for me.
That's a good choice. I feel like everyone always answers like cereal or a bagel.
I'm not really very cereal pilled, honestly. It's not my thing,
Mm-hmm. Oh, Craigie wants to know, what do you like on a bagel, if you eat a bagel?
Just cream cheese, like chive and onion flavored cream cheese usually.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm a savory bitch,
Gotta eat the onion cream cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Not any of that blueberry or strawberry cream cheese.
What flavor of breakfast sausage is your favorite? Derp wants to know.
Just the regular one, like the weird little sausage links or patties. I like having those on some, like an egg McMuffin or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan.
Sounds good. George Chungus would like to know, who pushed Tob down the stairs?
That was me. That was me by accident. That's the lore.
There you go, George. You finally have your answer.
You have the answer.
He's asked every single person.
Who pushed Tob down the stairs?
Yeah.
Why would he ask that? He knew that it was me and Uwu by accident.
I don't know. He apparently thought it was a big mystery.
Well, now you have the answer.
George can finally die happy. It's true.
Okay.
So I know you've gone through a few different models, which has been really neat. How'd you settle on your new design?
The new design is one, so, basically the first 3 iterations of the design and everything were things that, I was doing mostly because I thought that it was what other people wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this is what people find appealing. This is what people like. This is what other people will find interesting. This is what other people will want to look at. So for that first green design that I had, not a lot of people know about that or remember that one because it was such a long time ago before I was, partner or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That one, the main, it was cute and I really liked it, but I didn't really think that it fit me very well, which is why I wanted to change into something that was more fitting for me. The red, the fall aesthetic one is one that is more fitting, but still I was kind of like, okay, well, I should just do something that other people find appealing as opposed to just doing what I wanted to do. And same with the blue jacket outfit. I was like, oh, this is what people want. This is what people want to see. This is what people like. So this is what I should do. But then finally for this one is one that I did because it was something that I wanted to do. And it was a design that I liked. And it was an aesthetic that I liked. So for the first time, this is why this is the new default, and I like the other ones in their own ways, of course, but the primary motivating factor behind getting them wasn't just because it was something that I wanted, It was, oh, I should change myself because it's what other people want, right? But this one is one where it is actually, oh, this is just how I want to be seen,
Mm-hmm. It reminds me a lot of, like, 80s, if that makes sense. Is that what it's inspired by?
Yeah, it is that retro futuristic aesthetic, and that was something about the first design that I always really liked. Was that one was like really heavily inspired by like Fallout, like the aesthetic of like Fallout New Vegas and stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like that retro future, where it's like what people thought the future would be like back in like the 1940s and 50s, right? During the Cold War and shit. So that definitely carried over into this iteration of the design. And it's also very heavily inspired by Space Dandy, which is probably my favorite anime of all time, and the aesthetic is a big reason for that.
I've heard a lot about Space Dandy. I haven't watched that one, but I have watched a few other space anime. But I know what you understand with how the past thought about the future, and I kind of love that aesthetic. I think that's a really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of Astro Boy coded in that way too. With like the rounded shapes and like the angular stuff sort of juxtaposed by the rounded shapes is very like Astro Boy. Expected as well.
I was wondering why you had changed it so much from the last one, because I did enjoy the last one, but I think this one is like it fits you really well.
Yeah, I mean, I like the other one, and it's not like they're going away. But I don't know, I felt like I needed something that represented me more than just something that was like, because there was Gap Moe, you know, with the old one, where it was like, you know, it doesn't fit her personality, and that's why it's good, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just good to have both, I guess.
It's goofy pilled? I don't know what that means, Mr. Soffit.
I don't know either. What's goofy pill?
I'm not sure. Corgi, don't tell new people to use that. They have to find that out on their own. So how did it feel to debut in the beginning? I know you've been a VTuber for a while.
I think about this a lot, because I've been around at this point for a lot longer than most people. There's like a lot of people that I sort of consider to be, like, if we were to put it in like, you know, corporate terms, the same generation as me, where we all sort of started at like around exactly the same time. So like people who started in October, November 2020 are the people that I usually consider to be in the same generation as me. So like Mari and Meat and Koki, and I think Tob also started around then, and man, who else? There's so many people, but like a lot of them have sort of disappeared, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of other people, and that person's not a VTuber anymore, that person graduated, that person went off the deep end, you know, and back then, it was kind of funny, because there was this debut culture where, someone would be like, I'm debuting on this day, and then everyone, all of their Twitter mutuals, all of their Twitter friends, all their other VTubers would come out on that day, and everybody would be there, and you'd have like, you know, 50 to 100 to 150 people out there for the debut, and then your next stream after you'd have, you know, like 5 to 10 people, and so people would have like an existential crisis. They were like, nobody cares about me anymore, oh my god, all you guys only ever came out for my debut. And it's like, no, you gotta realize that, you know, it's great to have, and this is, I think, something that that this feels like it has fallen by the wayside. I don't know if people still feel this way, because the community has advanced so far, but it was a really common thing back then for people to say that and be like, oh well, the debut did really, really well, but then like afterwards I only had, you know, 15 to 20 average viewers, but it's like, well, first of all, you know, VTubers, your VTuber friends, gotta do their own shit. They gotta stream on their own.
Yeah.
They gotta do their own stuff, collab on their own. They're not gonna have time to watch your streams, you know, all day, every day, right? They'll pop by when they can and hang out when they can, but they got lives going on. And viewers also have lives going on as well. You can't expect them to, you know, be there all day, every day for every single stream that you do, right? And also just like I was talking about this a little bit last night, but like people who aren't like thankful for what they have, because like people really should be amazed if anyone cares at all, right? Because no one has to care about you, no one has to spend time watching your stream, nobody has to, you know, take the time out of their day to, you know, chat or even lurk or just have your stream tab open or anything like that, or watch or care. So, you know, people need to be able to like realize that just because people don't show up all day every day for you doesn't mean that they don't care about you anymore.
Yeah.
And that was the culture that I debuted in. And if like I'm gonna be real, I fucking hate debut culture just in general. I don't like debuts. I don't like going to debuts. I don't like debuting myself. I don't like doing like big events like that. I like doing big events that are like, I like doing like 24-hour streams, or, you know, like a capped subathon, or endurance marathon type streams. I don't know. This is maybe getting a little spicy here, but 99% of the debuts that I have been to, it is so funny. You go to the debut and people are always on their best behavior, and they're like, and this is what I want to do, and like this is me, and here's this, and I drew this thing, and I made this thing, and look at all this stuff. And then like as soon as they do their first stream and like, here's my lore, and like this is the things that I'm into, then their next stream is just like them screaming like a fucking goblin at the top of their lungs, cursing every other word, fucking, you know, being crass and rude and awful. And I'm like, yeah, this is badass. I hated that other shit. I hated when you were not acting like a freak on the internet, which is what I want to see, right?
I feel like that's so common too. It's like they make the pretty debut slides. They're like, okay, my goals as a VTuber, I want to play like Stardew Valley. Next stream they're playing like,
I want to be a comfy streamer and play Stardew Valley, and let's have a community Minecraft server, and like,
next stream they're playing like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, next stream they're playing fucking farting simulator and screaming at the top of their lungs, you know?
Yeah. I feel like that's so common too.
Paranoid Corgi, I didn't want to call her out directly, but I mean that when I think about the absolute juxtaposition between VTuber debut versus VTuber reality, that is literally who I think of.
Mari's so funny.
Because I remember, a lot of people weren't there for any of her debuts, and I was there for all of them. And it's so funny to think about like the way that she was during her debut versus the way that she is all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, I get it. I totally get why people do it, and it's not for me, and that's fine, but I understand why debut culture is a thing, because that's what it's Western idol culture. It's idol culture in general, and you know what is something that I have always found really interesting is that there are so many people who don't know anything about idol culture or Western idol culture who learn about VTubers or get into VTubing or watch VTubers, and they're like, why does everyone do all this weird stuff? What's a debut? Why do they need to do what the hell? Because like a debut is like when a new idol group drops. They all drop together and they all introduce themselves, and they all are like, oh, this is me, and this is the things that I like, and this is what I want to do, and these are my aspirations. The reason why people do debuts is because that's what they do in idol culture. The reason why people release song covers is because that's idol culture.
It's the idol thing to do.
Right? It's the idol thing to do. The reason why everyone talks about like being say-so is because, you know, that's the idol culture thing to do. The reason why, you know, there's a lot of like cultural things in VTubing is because of idol culture, and then people who have never been a part of that or don't know anything about it are really confused about it. And that's like something else that's interesting is that a lot of the reasons why people buy merch for VTubers is because that's the best way to support your Oshi in idol culture as well, right? Like that's why
Yeah.
they have like the limited drops for like, Hololive and a lot of VTubers do limited drop merch and pre-order stuff and acrylic standees and whatever because again that carryover from idol culture, but it is weird. I never liked any of that stuff. Like, I mean, I understand why it's there. I understand why it exists, but it has never been something that has ever appealed to me, right? And I feel like for me when I stream, it's less like, and I feel like a lot of people get into their own heads about it too. Like,
Oh, they
just
definitely
thinking
do.
about
I get into my own head about it.
Yeah, I think about it like back when I started, back when, we all started, I would talk to so many people and they would say like, well, like I can't sing, so like I just can never be a successful VTuber. Like I can never make it as a VTuber because I can't sing and I can't do song covers and I can't do karaoke and like that's what you have to do. And I'm like, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. This is creative expression and you can make it whatever you want it to be. Just because a lot of people do tend to, follow in the footsteps of Hololive, who followed in the footsteps of idol culture, doesn't mean that that's what you have to do if it's not what you want to do.
Yeah.
You just have to have faith that whatever you want to do as an individual and a creator and a creative is something that people will think is worth their time. And if you are a genuine person who, puts effort into their content and puts themselves out there and does things that are authentic to them and their creative vision, then people will care about it,
I agree. I think if you work hard, people will show up.
Yeah, whether it's, 10 or 10,000 people, right? People are gonna care.
And I've heard it from a few people, like streaming with 5 people is the same as streaming with like 1,000 people. Because you have so many people, it's hard to talk to anyone.
Yeah, it does. There are definitely differences. As someone who has been, on the 5 viewers to 500, I guess, sort of end of the spectrum, there are definitely differences between each of them. But I wouldn't say that I have changed in ways that everybody else couldn't change, right? Because it's like growing and evolving as a content creator as you grow in your viewership, right? Where it's like just you have to be able to step up to the plate when, it comes to brass tacks, right?
Yeah.
But it is hard. It is hard and sad and isolating being a streamer when there is nobody watching it all. But again, you still just gotta
power through it.
Yeah, you gotta power through it. I've had streams before where nobody was chatting at all. It felt like there was nobody there at all, even if it did say 3 or 5 or whatever people. There have definitely been streams where I've had to go through that, but I made it through that, and I'm sure that people can make it through that as well, right?
Yeah. Like Earth says, you're talking to yourself either way.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just gotta keep talking. I remember the first time I came into one of your streams, you were talking about Coca-Cola and how like the cocaine leaves, and I just remember thinking, well, like, wow, I should watch Hina more because she could talk about anything, and I thought that was so cool how you could literally like see one thing and then just start talking about it. I was like, that's a VTuber I should be watching because she knows how to talk.
Yeah, I mean, my brain has always done that, whether I was streaming or not. Like, making connections and drawing parallels and tying, like, subjects or conversation topics to things that other people don't see, right? Like I don't know. I can't think of an example of it right now, but people will always be like, how the fuck, we were just talking about this thing, why are you thinking about this? And then I'll be like, oh, well, so we were talking about this movie, and it had this actor in it, and this actor was also in this movie that was based on this book, so now I'm talking about this book.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
that sort of thing.
It's the ADHD brain. It's like, okay, well,
I don't know. I don't think I have
one
ADHD.
thing.
Honestly, I don't think I have ADHD. It might just be the autism.
Oh, it could definitely be autism.
Yeah. I'm the master of the tangent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're saying you're a professional yapper and an expert on cocaine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really a cocaine expert. I prefer, crack. But, that is what it is, you know?
Everyone's got their vices.
Yeah, no one's perfect.
No one's perfect. And JFK's car.
Yeah, JFK's car that they exploded after he died.
Potato, thank you so much for subbing. We smoke crack in this house.
That's so funny.
So, what's been your proudest accomplishment as a VTuber so far?
I don't know. Probably, I really liked that 24-hour stream we did in December. Like, what, December 22nd? Like, going into the 23rd?
Mm-hmm.
I think, or wait, did I sleep like the whole day? I genuinely don't remember. But that was really good for me. It was fun. It was wacky. I was delirious. It was good content. I felt like even though it was 24 hours of content, I was able to be like relatively funny and entertaining throughout all of it. Because when you're going 24 hours, not every moment is gonna be an absolute banger, and that's fine. You know, that's totally okay. But yeah, probably would be that stream if I had to, you know, pick out anyone in particular.
Ben's Poop Bagel, which is quite a name, would like to know, that's when you took that blinker, right?
No, I did not take a blinker.
I don't know what a blinker is, unless he means like a car blinker.
A blinker is having a vape pen of weed and you hold the button for so long that it starts blinking and then you take a hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I guess this is a learning stream tonight.
Yeah, they keep trying to gaslight me into doing weed on stream, even though literally the only thing that ever happens is I get scared and paranoid and they start telling me that I got canceled on Twitter. And then I get so scared I have to end the stream.
Guys, don't do that to her. Aki would like to know, what's your favorite dinosaur?
I don't know. Stegosaurus?
Good answer. And by the way, for people who just joined, you guys are also allowed to ask any questions that fall within TOS. They don't exactly have to be relevant to VTubing. Do you have any future goals you'd like to do as a VTuber?
I would say that my current goals are more, like mental health and satisfaction with myself oriented than something tangible like, you know, viewership numbers or income or whatever. I would like to be able to have a better work-life balance, and I would like to be able to actually allow myself to take time off instead of scheduling streams for, you know, 7 days in a row without taking any breaks whatsoever. You know, being able to feel more secure in my ability and not feeling like I have to constantly be there and observant and streaming and making content, or everything will fall apart, you know?
Yeah. Content brain.
That's true.
I understand that. Aki, I'm not going to toggle that right now, even though you redeemed it, because that redeem should be turned off, actually. Ernst would like to know opinion on oatmeal raisin cookies.
They're fine. I prefer oatmeal chocolate chip though.
Honestly based. Chocolate chip is better, like objectively, than raisin.
Yeah, I don't mind a raisin, but
They're just kind of gross, in my opinion.
they're fine. I like a chocolate covered raisin or a yogurt covered raisin.
My mom likes those too.
keep up energy during longer streams? Simply draw on power reserves that you never take the time to actually refill and burn the candle at both ends and die by the time you're 35.
That's definitely advice.
Yep.
Dashi would like to know how many scented candles are on your desk right now.
4.
Ooh, what scents?
Smoked vanilla whiskey, cedar balsam, Death the Kid, and Cashmere Kush.
What does Death the Kid smell like?
Apple and fall woods.
Ooh, that actually sounds really nice.
It's a pretty good candle.
Ninjasaurus Rexatron would like to know what are some aspects of idol culture that do not generalize the Western VTubing, like rules white women will not follow. Why did you censor woman?
I would say that one of them that people generally don't follow is, and this is one that's in the VTubing community very particular, is the being say-so sort of thing where you have to not talk about sex or be horny or tits or boobs or whatever, and you have to be like a say-so idol who you know knows but never explicitly says anything sexual, right? That's definitely a rule that literally nobody follows in the Western VTubing community.
Yeah. I think like Western VTubers are, people tend to assume JP idol culture equals JP VTuber culture, and they really don't. Be so
Definitely
yet
not.
dressed to tease. Are there any aspects of idol culture you wish were followed by Western VTubers but aren't?
Honestly, I have the only aspects of idol culture that I know are the ones that are in the VTubing community, because I don't know shit about idol culture. I only know about Western idol culture even, and all I know about Western idol culture is holy fuck. Girls can be mean.
So true.
Like, unironically.
No, I know. Kuro would like to know favorite mecha.
I'm sorry. I don't watch Gundam or know anything about mecha anime in general.
Based.
I'll say Tequila Gundam because he has a sombrero.
Is Western idol culture like Shawn Mendes?
Who's Shawn Mendes? What do you mean by that, Hunter?
Isn't he like a singer?
Oh, like Japanese.
Is he the guy who was Lyle Crocodile? Yes, it was. Yes, I know. Okay, so this is one of those connection moments. I know that Shawn Mendes was Lyle Crocodile because Shawn Mendes was also who the Ram Ranch guy sang about in like Ram Ranch like 37 or something, talking about having gay sex with Shawn Mendes. And I remember that the reason that Shawn Mendes came up was because we were talking about Ram Ranch, and then someone was like, he's in Lyle Crocodile.
I don't know what Ram Ranch or Lyle Crocodile are.
You don't know what Ram Ranch is?
No.
It's like, it's one of the classic Twitch memes.
I'm not
it's
in
gay
like,
music.
Meme
You've never heard
culture.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch?
No.
Whoa, that's crazy. Really?
Really,
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. 18 naked cowboys with rock hard cocks waiting to be sucked.
No.
18 naked cowboys waiting to be fucked. Ram Ranch really rocks. That's the song. And then it just
I've
then it's
never
just, like,
heard that.
Stuff of that caliber over and over and over again, pretty much.
I am not looking up Ram Ranch. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, and the guy who made it is also a really bad guy, so don't do that anymore.
Yeah, definitely not looking that up. Someone did want to know, what's your favorite kaiju?
Mothra, because she's a strong, independent female. You know, I really look up to her. I want to be able to kill as many people in one fell swoop as she can someday.
I like that. Mothra is amazing.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, what Ninja said, I basically only got on the internet a year ago, so just assume that I don't know most memes.
How is that? I don't understand how, and what did you do before you were on the computer?
I was outside.
What were you doing out there?
Touching grass?
Like what? Like how? Like what were you doing?
I mean, I was on, like, hiking, swimming, writing. I wrote a lot and I read a lot, and then I discovered the internet.
Hunter, that's because you're a fucking Zoomer. You are like a child. You are like 24 years old. You are the youngest person I've ever known in my entire life. You had a fucking... you were an iPad kid, and you had a smartphone your entire life, and you had a Chromebook, and you didn't have a PC until 2024. You were still online. You just didn't have a fucking PC, bro. I had a slide phone. That doesn't make it better.
iPad kid.
Yeah, iPad kid.
Oh, I think
literally iPad kid.
Someone asked what your favorite song is. I think that was the question, but chat was scrolling by pretty fast.
I don't know. Favorite song rotates a lot. Right now, if I had to give you my favorite song, it would probably be... I'll give you 5. I'll give you 5 of my favorite songs, I guess. Definitely Maigo Ino to Ame no Bito by Asian Kung Fu Generation, which is the OP for Tatami Galaxy, is one of my favorites. No One Lives Forever by Oingo Boingo. Man of Oil by Animal Collective. Jigsaw by Radiohead, and we'll do Hybrid Rainbow by The Pillows. There, that's 5.
That's 5. So
yeah,
it is hard to pick one favorite song.
I rotate between them a lot too.
Honestly, same. I'm always like, it depends who asks me too. Like, if someone... I forgot what I was gonna say. I have no idea what I was gonna say, honestly. The Pillows? Yeah, I've never heard of The Pillows.
They're an Japanese indie rock band who did all the music for Fooly Cooly, which is how most people know them.
Oh, okay.
Which is an anime that became popularized because the dub of it ran on Adult Swim circa, like, oh golly, 2004? 2005? I think is when Fooly Cooly ran on Adult Swim for the first time. When did Trigun run on Adult Swim? Because I know Trigun was Adult Swim, not Toonami. Yeah, and they would do like non-stop repeats of Fooly Cooly and Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Bleach, like all the episodes of Bleach that were dubbed until then, and then when they reached the last dub episode, they would just loop back. 2002, oh wow. Yeah, early 2000s. Early 2000s is when... Yeah, Inuyasha, Rurouni Kenshin, I think Ranma was on either of those at some point as well. Yu Yu Hakusho. Was Yu Yu Hakusho Toonami or Adult Swim? I actually don't remember.
I have no idea.
Yeah. And then Big O also ran on Adult Swim. Big O was so popular on Adult Swim that it didn't get a second season originally when it released in Japan, but it was so popular in the West that it did get a second season. because of the popularity.
Adult Swim first, and then Toonami with different censored dialogue.
Oh, for Yu Yu Hakusho?
I guess. What's one of your favorite anime?
I have a anime bingo. My favorite anime, man. I really like Trigun 98. It has, like, I feel like anime from the 90s has a lot of sincerity and, like, you know, honesty that a lot of anime that comes out these days doesn't really have. I also really like Trigun 98. I really like Ping Pong the animation or anything directed by Yuasa, and he also did Devilman Crybaby and Tatami Galaxy and Tatami Time Machine Blues, and he directed my favorite episode of Space Dandy as well. I really like the Golden Boy OVA is maybe one of the best pieces of animation ever made. Kintaro Ue is literally me, for real, on God. And, yeah.
Golden Boy Chad?
Yeah, man. Have you never seen Golden Boy?
No, I honestly haven't seen half of those.
It's about a man who is the world's stupidest man, and he's extremely horny, and he goes around doing, like, odd jobs. He goes around on a bike doing odd jobs, just 'cause, and he always wants to have sex with beautiful women, and they hate him. But then by the end of the episode, he's like solved all of their problems, and they're like, oh my god, he had a heart of gold the whole time, and then they want to be with him, but then he leaves, never to be seen again.
Oh, so Chainsaw Man.
Not really. Chainsaw Man is more about male loneliness, you know? Chainsaw Man is about, like, male loneliness and, like, how difficult it is to grow up in this world that we've created for ourselves, and, like, you know, finding love in you know, friendships and found family, and also, like, horribly manipulative people,
And then losing
well.
all of it.
Yeah, no spoilers, but yeah, you know. And part 2 Chainsaw Man, Asa literally me. Like, I don't even know what else to say. She's just autistic woman, the character, and it makes me upset how closely I relate to that person. There's that part when she's talking to Denji at the aquarium, and she's just yapping about starfish for like an hour, and he doesn't say anything or care. It just keeps cutting back to his face, and he's like mouth agape. And I'm like, damn, she literally me, bro. She literally me.
When is Chainsaw Man season 2 or the movie coming out? I have no idea.
Ew.
What's one of your
I don't know.
What's one of your favorite VTubing memories?
Playing Crazy Taxi with Mari_en for like 8 hours in a row, trying to get an S rank, and just it never happening. It happened like right at the very end, because we learned that there's a secret mechanic that they don't tell you about in the game, which is called like the super boost, where you have to it was like the rules on how to do it was printed on the side of the arcade machine or in the physical booklet for the game, and we didn't have either of those. So we had to, like, someone gave us like secret information, and they were like, you have to do the super boost, and we were like, what the fuck is the super boost? And then after like 8 hours, she finally got an S rank.
That sounds fun, but also chaotic.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Boost, what is one chat message that you'll never forget?
Probably the one from Folded where he said, I had a dream that Hina uploaded a Germa sus type emote that was actually just my real face, and she doxed me, but nobody believed that it was actually me, but everybody would joke and they would say, when people would ask, who is that in the emote? Everyone would say, oh, that's Folded's face. But everyone thought that it was just a joke. That's a good
really
one,
funny.
I would say.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I remember that. I like that you commented the Rock's face after that. Because that could be Folded and we would not know.
Classic.
Bless his heart. Is it a real bless his heart or a southern bless his heart?
Both?
Is Movie Night Rally dead? Oh,
We
really
had a
dead.
movie night last week.
You just missed it.
Yeah. It's not my fault if you don't pay attention to the pings.
If you do it now, we might think it was a joke.
And it was like 5 hours, the movie night too. So it's not, we watched like 4 movies. So it's not like you missed one movie.
Yeah,
You
you
could have seen that there were like 50 people in that VC.
you had no excuse, Red Chopper.
Yeah. And I pinged
We only ping
we only
for
ping-
important things.
for important things. Like buy Vyoshi merch.
That is important. Support Hina. Go buy her merch right now.
Buy Vyoshi merch because it's not even just supporting me, it's also supporting Kisaka. Literally all of the money that we make from it is going to both of us. So like other merch, it's like, oh, whatever, you're supporting a company and me, which is the good part, is supporting a creator you like. Fuck corporations, but like you're supporting Kisaka and I directly if you get anything from Vyoshi.
Yes, go buy Hina's merch right now.
Yeah, from vyoshi.com.
Fumo restock?
The Fubo restock will happen, and I will let everybody know when it does.
Forgot to buy the Mari Fumo twice. You have no excuse, George. You should have been better.
We've already sent the Fumos out for manufacturing. I don't know when they're going to be finished. Hopefully before Offkai.
If you could give a new VTuber one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't.
Don't what?
Just don't.
Don't debut?
Just fucking... Just don't.
Just run. Do not become VTuber.
Yeah. Just get away. Just don't. If you're only looking to become a VTuber because you think about it like Tinder, then you should probably just compromise yourself to a permanent end instead. That's a pretty good piece of advice, I think.
Is that based on any recent Twitter drama?
No, did something happen?
Oh yeah, 2 people just got like exposed for being bad people.
Oh, what happened?
It was someone named like Toru.
Huh.
He was apparently
Oh, wow.
going into like women's DMs and asking them he was telling every woman that they were his type. Like every single woman, he's like, you're exactly my type. And then he asked them on a date. And that was like every single person whose DMs he slid into. But he said it much dirtier than that.
Oh my god!
His type is woman, yeah. I mean,
his
so
type
is
is
mine.
woman. Yeah, that's fair.
Man cast a wide net.
That's kind of yucky.
It was, yeah. And then there was another guy that basically did it, but only to people who were like Arrow Ace to figure out. Apparently he wanted to figure out if they were actually Arrow Ace or just
What?
like...
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Whoa.
And both of them
Man,
were
I don't
Tiger
ever know
VTubers.
Oh yeah, it's definitely never been any problematic fucking Tiger VTubers in the past. Am I right, guys?
One of them also had a Twitter group, had Adam Random Girls called him. Really?
Oh my god, that's so yucky! That's yucky.
What's an arrow?
A-R-O, aromantic asexual. Aromantic means that you are sexually attracted to people but not romantically attracted, and asexual means you can be romantically attracted but not sexually attracted, and then aro ace is neither.
Everything is well documented. Yeah, everything was in like Discord DMs.
Why?
That's the new
Don't be a
I
freak
don't
challenge 2024 difficulty level impossible.
literally.
Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with making a respectful, you know, pass at someone, you know, if you've been talking to them for more than, you know, 3 days or whatever.
3 days.
But yeah, right? Excuse me. But definitely don't like start coming out the gate swinging with that, I don't think, you know?
Yeah, definitely not like first DM.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. It shouldn't be in the first like 100 DMs even, I would say.
Yeah. If you're friends and you want to take it to another level, shoot your shot, but if it's a stranger, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's a little weird. A little weird.
Yeah. It's true, the pests are everywhere. That's why I thought you were referring to that most recent incident.
No, I mean I refer to it like that because it is just a thing that people do sometimes. And you're like, "What are you doing, buddy?" That's crazy.
I agree. Like this is not what this is for.
Yeah, no.
VTubing is not a dating service.
There have been people who potentially posited the idea of a VTuber dating app, and that is literally the worst idea I've ever heard.
That is awful.
I could not think of all the twitlongers that would come out after the first week.
Oh my gosh. What I don't get is I was like following the tiger person on Twitter. I honestly don't remember ever following them. Block them.
I mean, yeah, I'm also a big believer that you should never say anything publicly if it's something that could have easily been solved interpersonally, but that person sounds like they're maybe a little bit of a serial pest.
Yeah.
So maybe worth saying something.
Every dating app is a bad idea.
That's also true.
That's true. I've never had a good
experience
experience on a dating app.
One more person who is really into hiking, I'm probably gonna kill myself.
I'll just go away, I guess.
Yeah, and that as a woman, like as a woman on dating apps, you are literally the product being sold by the app. So like, it's a yucky thing.
It is a yucky thing, yeah. I've always got like the yuck on the apps. Like every time that I've gotten a match, the guy's always like either yucky or completely lied about his profile.
Yeah. Yucky, lie about their profile.
Not
really,
as tall as they said.
That's so true. My mom is dating someone that she met on like eHarmony or whatever because she's a boomer. But he lied about his height. She doesn't care, but like, and he's a good guy. He treats her really well and all that stuff, but it's still really funny. Yeah, but you should lie and say that you're shorter in your height on your bio than taller, because then they'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Put your 5'11", but you're actually like 6'5".
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is that the way that every dating app works, like monetization-wise, is that the ratio of men to women is always in favor of men. And so in order for men to actually be seen by the women that are on the app, they have to pay. And so the product that the men are paying for is the women. And it really does make you feel like a piece of meat in a very bad way, you know, again, because it's like people just don't give a shit, and it's just like people are so disinterested, and I've already kind of made the decision that the love of my life is not going to be on a fucking dating app.
Yeah, I'm not going to find my soulmate on Bumble or Tinder
definitely not.
or
Definitely
whatever new app they're advertising, TikTok.
Hinge, Bubble, Tinder, ice cream, whatever thing. It all just feels so yucky.
It does. Yeah, I'm 4'2", short king. Heard a lot of dating apps have a huge number of fake girls just to bloat the numbers. I believe that. Do you think?
Do I think self? Not a big fan of Twitter. I don't tweet ever.
She does not.
There are at least 10 people who show up to my streams regularly. I don't tweet ever. I never really have tweeted ever. The thing that's important for growth as a content creator is like making content that you are happy with and is genuine and authentic to you and is something that people want to see and is, you know, something that fulfills you and makes you happy, and making genuine connections with people who are also likewise creatively minded to yourself.
I would say, because I do work in social media, that's actually what my degree is in. You should have something somewhere to promote yourself and let people know where to follow you. Like, unless you're just doing it for yourself and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna stream on Twitch for my friends to see. That's completely different. But if you're trying to like make connections, if you're trying to form yourself as a brand, I would say you should have some kind of social media presence.
Yeah, I mean, my social media presence is primarily my Discord and, you know, my Twitch, so... But again, like, when you're getting started out, it is difficult to get your name out there and shit.
More like brand risk.
But also, I also started ahead of where some people may have, because I, did a lot of like entertainment stuff before I became a streamer. Like I did musical theater and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Musical theater and public speaking and debate club and all that stuff.
All that good stuff. That's good though, because all those things kind of like are practice.
Oh yeah, they are. They are all skill sets that do very heavily factor into streaming and content creation in general.
Yeah. Don't fall into the V-tweeter trap. Oh, like one of those people who it says pre-debut in their bio for like 4 years.
Yeah, don't do that. Make content. How to create content on the internet. Create content. How to become a content creator. Create content. Just do
the thing.
Shit. Do it even if you think it'll fail. Do it even if you think it will suck. Just do it. 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 Just do it.
Just make thing. Yeah, just do it. Just make the thing.
There's no fucking criteria that you have to be able to check off on a fucking checklist before you can start making content. You can just do it.
Yeah, I see people who literally have like a pre-debut checklist and they're like, okay, I need my lore video, I need my panels, I need my model. And I'm like, you could just go live and see if you even like it first.
Yeah, that was a really common thing back in 2020.
Except that 80% will be bad, but 20% will be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't really do that stuff that much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think about that sort of stuff that much anymore, I guess.
I think it's a good thing though, because it takes a lot of pressure off you, and also there's a financial burden that comes with all of that.
Yes, that for sure.
Debuting soon in their Twitter handle for 6 months. It's true. But I think there's also a part of it, like some people like that do have the intention to debut and then they end up on a wait list for a model or rigging for like 5 or 6 months.
Yeah, sometimes you can be on a wait list for a model for years, but you can also stream as a PNG.
Yeah. 6 months is rookie numbers. Mookie, how long has pre-debut been in your bio? Or life happens. That too. I see some people who they get a model and the next week they're like, I have to sell my model.
Yeah. That too.
Do you have any regrets or things you wish you did differently?
I kind of wish I had stuck with the original design. I just changed it. But I felt like back then, like, oh, if I'm gonna, you know, invest in like a whole new model and get like a really expensive one and upgrade and everything, and new art style, I should have a completely different, you know, thing, so that it's not just, you know, a rehash of the same thing. But maybe sticking with the original design would have been better, because I did really like that one. If I just made a couple of changes to it, you know?
Yeah.
So I would say that's the closest thing to a regret that I have.
Is there anything on your current model that people don't really get to see? Because I know as VTubers we're sometimes stuck at like the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I mean, just like most of the body, you know? I try to use the toggles as much as I can. This toggle is one that I don't really use that often, though, and then I need to be better about using my emotes and stuff. Because I have a lot of good ones, but it's never really comes to mind, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a giant woman.
How tall is your model canonly?
5'10".
That's so tall.
That's how tall I am in real life.
Oh my gosh, you're so tall.
I know, I'm taller than most men that I meet.
I'm just floored because I'm very short.
Yeah, most VTuber women are.
Giantess. Any zany new VTuber tech you're excited about? I feel like that's a really good question.
Like new? There are some interesting things that people are doing. I don't know if you know Scott Falco, but they're like a YouTuber who is dabbling in like streaming and some light VTubing stuff, and they have this program that they've been working with called TuneTuber, and basically it's like a super advanced PNG, like even more advanced than VitoTube, where you can basically turn any looping animation into a speech triggered thing in OBS, and you can also like, you know, set toggles in like a stream deck or whatever to play different keyframes and like different, you know, looping animations and stuff like that. And the potential for people doing interesting things with that is really interesting.
It uses Sammy?
Yeah.
That's neat.
It's a neat little program.
Yeah, I never heard of TuneTuber. I know people who are TuneTubers, but I never heard of a program.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I know Uwo was really interested in that in particular, because I think it fits him better than having a live 2D model because of the way that he does his content.
Yeah, the way he's set up.
Yeah.
How did you guys become friends?
He through Congo, a mutual friend of ours. Congo did this series of streams a while back where he would do like a Zatsudan interview with people who were like experts, people he considered experts on certain subjects, right? And it was like a bunch of different people and like a lecture about like Uwo's was a lecture about doing unique content. And mine was about VTubing as a career, right? And So I was checking out all of the different interviews that he was doing with different people, and I watched Uwo's and I thought it was really funny, so then I followed him and started watching his streams, and I was like, oh, this guy's like fucking crazy talented. This guy's doing shit that nobody else is doing. He's putting way more effort into his content than almost anybody else is. He's, you know, he's a sure thing in my, like, I don't claim to be someone who knows, you know, anything about VTubing, or like, oh, this is what you have to do to be successful, or you have to act this way, or you need to do this sort of content or whatever. But I can say with 100,000% certainty that Uwo is going to be a 1,000 plus average concurrent viewer streamer someday. It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when, because of what he is doing is so unique and authentic, and no one else is doing it, basically.
Yeah, I agree. His stuff is so unique. I love popping in there and I have no idea what's going on, but like suddenly there's bacon coming out of a sink.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you feel as do you consider VTubing as your career?
It is literally my career.
How do you feel about it being your career?
Job. When you have something that is originally a creative outlet eventually become your career, it is a you're always going to have to make sacrifices. And there are certain things that I wish I could you know, change or go back to, you know, before I was doing this as a job and had to pay bills and all that stuff with it. But I wouldn't rather have, this is the only thing I want to do. If I could make a decision, I would only ever want to do streaming and VTubing and all of that stuff. So as long as I can continue to do that, that's what my ideal would be. And again, it's not like it's easy. It's literally the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life, and it drives me crazy routinely, but that's just what, you know, something is when it's this important to you, right?
Yeah. Well, what would you say the upsides and downsides are of having VTubing as a career?
Upsides are you get to set your own hours, freedom. It's the most fun job ever. Since you're self-employed, you get to write stuff like your rent and like con trips where you're going to meet other content creators and stuff off on your taxes. So that's really nice. Downsides are it drives you crazy, and it turns you into a crazy person, and you put so much of yourself and your own self and your mental health and your personality into the content that you make, that you feel like when it doesn't perform as well as you want it to, or as well as, you know, how you perceive other people performing, that it reflects badly on you as a person, which is not the case. You know, shit, there's a million factors for why something would underperform, or, you know, or do really well even. There's no point in thinking about it that way. Again, you just gotta create content and hope for the best.
Did you work a full-time job before this or no?
I had a few jobs. I was in like a doctorate program before this though, so that was like the main thing that I did. Like I would have part-time jobs to, you know, help me get through school and all that stuff.
Did you finish your doctorate or no?
No, I did not, but I did get very close.
Is it okay to ask what you were gonna do it in, or is it too sore?
It was in communication studies, mass communication specifically.
Oh, kind of like what I do.
Yeah, kind of like that.
That's funny. I haven't met anyone else who works in social media in the VTuber sphere.
Yeah. It's interesting. It was more like radio communication stuff, but still a lot of overlap. I mean, I was gonna be a teacher, so
Oh.
I probably wasn't gonna really do any practical application of it.
Just tell people like this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I've never done it before, but this is what you're supposed to do. But I mean, now I've done it, so I could go back to being a teacher if
If you wanted to.
Twitch.tv shuts down.
We can't call you Dr. Bina.
You can't. Nope.
We're definitely gonna see PhD programs in VTubing soon. Oh, I can't wait.
Anyone who tries to say that they can guarantee your success as a content creator is trying to fucking sell you something. That is it. That is it.
I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing VTubers selling courses.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally all they would be trying to do, is trying to get it's like those people who are like, oh, we've got a get rich quick scheme that no one's doing. And we figured it out, and we figured out how to
marketing.
Yeah, it's literally that.
Every time I see someone selling a course on affiliate marketing, I'm like, guys, if they actually made money with affiliate marketing, they would not be selling you a course.
Yeah, no, that exactly. The grift is selling the course.
Yes. Hina having her Dr. Crowler arc from Yu-Gi-Oh! Course of what? They're trying to sell you like a fake lesson plan to quote unquote guarantee your success, and then they have a bunch of reviews from people, and it'll be like 5-star reviews, they taught me so much, and then you go and look at those people, and they're not doing successful things.
Yeah.
Imagine a VTuber agency you pay to join. Wasn't that what Kawa was?
I don't know.
What's the deal with you and Bastian Misawa?
Bastion from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. He was like one of my first crushes when I was younger. Because he was a fucking loser. Because he was a fucking nerd. Who was way too into card games.
That's kind of funny. I thought there was another VTuber. I was like, does Hina have beef with Bastian?
I don't have beef with anybody. If anyone has beef with me, it's because they decided that they wanted to have beef with me.
Yeah, you seem very chill.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even know what to fucking say.
Pikaru was his card crush?
Yeah, Pikaru. I hate this woman. Yeah. I know you guys do.
Spider-Man, if you really hated her, would you have come to another channel just to watch her?
He's my mod. He's allowed to hate me.
Oh, okay, that's different then.
Yeah.
Your mod is allowed to bully you. Imagine not crushing on Dark Magician Girl. Gonna have beef with you on Cracker Barrel parking lot. Beef. Who was your biggest inspiration to start VTubing?
Fubuki.
Oh, I love
and
Fubuki.
Korone.
I love both of them.
Those two, definitely when I first started, were my biggest inspiration.
They're very entertaining.
Yeah. They're just silly girls doing wacky things.
They are.
He interviewed Jared Leto, and it was really funny. Because Jared Leto was just confused the entire time.
That seems like standard Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite non-VTuber streamer?
Right now? Like most inspirational, or like person that I watch the most, or...
Both.
Oh man. Well, probably my favorite non-VTuber streamer is either Vinny Vinesauce or Simple Flips, I would say. Northern Lion too. Yeah. Well, I mean, most inspirational. Yeah, definitely those three for sure. Yeah, Germa as well.
Germa.
The big four. Yeah.
I don't-
Dinty, Simple Flips, Northern Lion, Germa. Germa's a VTuber, that's right. There's no way a guy like that actually exists.
Joel is pretty
I
funny
like-
too.
Yeah, Vine Sauce Joel is also really, really funny.
NL because he has that silver fox aura.
I mean, I'm thinking about like a long time ago, like who inspired me to get into this, and Northern Lion is definitely more of a newer like obsession for me, but like back when I first started streaming, those were definitely the ones, like Vinny Vine Sauce and Simple Flips, you know?
Yeah. Those are, I know the names because they're very big, but I honestly haven't watched any of them.
Oh, they're great. They're great. Vinny's just a very chill and sincere guy.
Yeah. I've heard they're pretty cool. I keep meaning, I've watched some clips because sometimes one of my mods will send me clips of them. He's waiting for you to say it, Hina. Say what?
I don't want to talk about that right now, Spider-Man. I would say that Doug Walker is an inspiration in that he has inspired me to never be like him. He has shown me exactly what I should not do. He's a great example of what you should never do as an online content creator or person.
You know what? In some ways, that is inspiring.
Yeah.
They're showing you all the things you should not be doing, and they're making the mistakes for you.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated?
Huh?
How do you stay motivated?
Because if I don't stay motivated, I won't be able to pay my rent.
You know what? That is so fair.
Yeah. If anything, I struggle to actually take time off is my problem. I'm the opposite. I don't need help staying motivated. I need help knowing when I should take a fucking break because I'm so burnt out and exhausted.
Yeah.
Right?
Survivor? I feel that though. I used to be a cosplayer on like cosplay TikTok, and I got so burnt out from that, from just being in a creative space all the time. Money buys
It
food.
is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And
It is a lot, and it is weird also having like all of your interpersonal relationships have this, even if it's never explicitly stated, like underlying like, yeah, we both know that our friendship is not only genuine, but it is also beneficial in a business sense for both of us, right? Which is maybe saying the quiet part loud, but it is kind of true, right?
I guess in a way it is sort of like that, but for me, the friends I made through VTubing, I always just thought of them as friends.
Well, I mean, friends I've made through VTubing are the only people in my life who have genuinely ever accepted me for who I am. Not even my family accepts me in the way that... Not even my family loves or accepts me or respects my autonomy or wants me to be my authentic self as much as the friends I have made VTubing do.
That's sad.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter because I have those people now, right?
Yeah, you have people now that support you.
Yeah.
Networking is a fancy way to say befriend people who are in the same industry and help each other.
Yeah, but there are also a lot of people who have very sinister motivations for doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very exhausting to deal with a lot of the time. But I've got a really good bullshit detector, and I can very easily tell when someone is only talking to me not because they actually like me or care about me or think I'm interesting or care about my content, but because
they think it'll benefit
she got
them.
Number. Oh, she's friends with this person. Can you introduce... Oh my god. Oh, you're so funny. Wouldn't it be so fun if like we did a collab where you introduced me to this really big streamer that you're friends with? Wouldn't it be so fun if you arranged a thing where all of us could hang out? Because like we're all just such good friends, right? It's like, oh yeah, really?
That's so sad.
Really? yeah, they see me as an in to get to more successful people, which is embarrassing for them, frankly.
Yeah. Like, that makes me so sad, because every time I do a collab, I just want whoever I'm collabing with to be, like, as comfortable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Family wants to fix you, VTuber wants to make you worse. It's true. Through Hina, I can meet Mari, and through Mari, I can meet Goku.
Yeah. VTubing is creating a community that you want to be a part of, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand when they are, like, starting their own VTubing.
Yeah.
Journey.
One of the things I've always kind of believed in is community over competition. Because, like, I'm doing this for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if I make numbers or I'm successful, and I know it's not the same for you because, you know, you have the business aspect part of it. It does pay your bills. But for me, I'm just here because I just want to talk to people.
Yeah, that's my motivation for why I began doing this. It's because I just wanted to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people started doing this, and that's why there was such a big boom during quarantine.
Yeah. I can meet Frieza through Goku? Probably. But you'll have to talk to Mary _ first.
Yeah, you'll have to talk to her first. And it is an annoying thing that, like, a lot of people will do, and, like, people still do this to me, but they'll be like, Hina, do you think Mari would want to do this thing? And I'm like, why don't you go fucking ask her? Like, what? You think I'm her mom or her manager? Or do you think I'm just more approachable than she is? Or, like, what? What?
That's so odd.
I'm saying, I'm just gonna be direct, and I'm just gonna say, if you want to talk to Mari, talk to Mari. If you want to do a collab with Mari, ask Mari to do a fucking collab with you. Oh, but she's scary. She scares me. Why? What is scary about her?
She's a goldfish. She's not scary.
She's just very direct, and, like, that scares a lot of people. Because she'll just be very direct, and, like, if she thinks you're annoying, she'll just tell you that.
That kind of reminds me of how, like, in a weird way, like, because I'm disabled, and some people IRL won't talk to me, they'll only talk to the people around me about me.
Yes, yeah, that's a big one for us for some reason.
Speaking, you both...
And that's...
Oh, sorry.
It's just, like, a rough thing where it's like, people just don't get it, you know?
Yeah. Bro, I'm right here. Exactly.
And yourself. I'm genuinely nervous for when the inevitable Hina Mari Octo collab happens, because I feel like he's not going to be able to survive.
Oh,
I
no.
feel like he's just going to crumble into a pile of sand or something. I don't know.
Speaking of both, do you think her silliness got to you or vice versa? There are times I feel you're both out of orbit and it's eerily similar.
I would say that we have exactly convergent weirdness, I would say. We're opposites in a lot of ways. We're like, we come at everything from different perspectives and feel almost exactly the opposite about a lot of things. But we always yes and each other. I think we make up for each other's, like, weaknesses and provide perspective in, you know, ways that the other can't in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
Where we feel we feel almost exactly the opposite about the same thing, but we both have good points and, like, respect each other's perspectives, right?
Yeah. That's a good friend though, because even though you don't think anything alike, you guys still find common ground and get along.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's interesting to have friends who have different opinions than you.
Yeah, it's like every time I show her a man or character that I think is attractive, she'll look at me and be like, ugh. she'll be like, what are you talking about?
That's a true friend.
I know! Every time she's always like, why? Like, seriously, like she has a look of disgust on her face. I'm like, what do you mean? Why?
True friends will
What do
not
you
hold
mean?
back.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. She'll just be honest with me. She can literally just look at me and be like, Hina, I know you're lying to yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But I don't know. I don't know. I just thought maybe I'd believe it this time.
Maybe this time. Why?
You know.
I get it. I have a friend who's
Yeah.
also brutally honest. Maybe it's the autism. But
Maybe.
I showed him a dress that I was thinking about today. And I was like, what do you think of this one? He's like, are you going to a Mexican wedding? I was like, no.
That's funny.
I love it.
I literally gaslight myself and lie to myself about things just because I'm fucking bored, I guess.
Yeah, it's a better feeling.
I mean, sometimes you have to gaslight yourself in a good way. But I think
Yeah. I've learned the way to gaslight myself in a good way, and now I've started gaslighting myself in a bad way.
you have to un-Pavlov dog yourself.
I guess. Even when I'm reasonably certain that something is true, I'll still gaslight myself into being like, oh, there's no way that that's gonna happen. Even when all factors point to it happening.
To prevent self-gaslighting, you have to gaslight others.
I do. I need to start getting it out. I need to start gaslighting other people.
Just gaslight your chat more.
Yeah, alright.
Reality bending is just gaslighting yourself into another reality. Isn't that why you become a VTuber?
Yeah, I guess. Being an author is being the greatest liar of all time because you're trying to convince people that the shit you're saying on the paper is real.
Yeah. You gotta convince everyone, like, the world you're building it has to have some element of reality, but be just ridiculous
real.
enough to sell it.
Yeah, it's fake. So why bother?
Do you like writing?
No. Well, I mean, I was really good at it back in college and shit, but I don't do it anymore.
I was just wondering because you seemed like that was a really profound thing to say. I was like, oh, she must like writing.
Yeah. No, I don't really like writing fiction. I like writing opinion pieces on stuff though.
Mm-hmm.
But I would always get shit from my professors and people in academia because I would be too direct and honest. I would say the quiet part loud. I would just be like, yeah, honestly, like, this is bullshit. And they're like, well, you can't say that. And I'm like, but it's true. And they're like, well, you're right, but you can't say that. And I'm like, well, then why not? And that would piss me off endlessly.
I get that though. You should become a game
Yeah.
journalist. Or game
If I
journalist
became a
like
games
that.
journalist, I would just write about how bad every video game is to piss people off.
Do it. What's your least favorite video game?
I don't know, all of them, all of the AAA, any video game that comes out that wants to be the next fucking Grand Theft Auto 5 live service, play this video game forever, here's the battle pass, here's the new update, it's gonna be the new $1 billion thing, fucking Anthem, fucking battle pass, fucking every Assassin's Creed game, all of it, all of that, Destiny 2, you know, it is endlessly exhausting. It is endlessly exhausting for me.
She hates League?
I play League if people ask me to.
Thoughts on gacha games?
They're fine. I don't really have time to play them anymore. But I used to spend a lot of money on gacha games before all of my disposable income went into vtubing.
Now she only buys VTubing stuff.
Pretty much, yeah. I buy food and pay bills and vtubing stuff.
I feel like that's how it's slowly becoming for me.
It do be that way.
It do be that way, because for me it's like artists, and I see so many artists, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to commission you, and I want to get something fun for a stream. Can you tax write off gacha games?
If you stream them, yeah. But George, I'm at the point now where even it just being a tax write-off isn't really worth it. If the devs approached me directly and were like, come whale on our gacha game and we'll reimburse you for all the money you spend, I would do it. But they haven't done that.
Gotta write to like Blue Archive and say, hey, I'll play your game on stream.
Yeah. If you pay me money, I'll play your game on stream. And also let me whale on the gacha on stream because I want the neurons
Give me
to fire
all
in my
the
brain.
pretty characters.
Yeah. Honkai Star Rail, let me whale on your game for money, please.
Give us Sparkle.
Yeah. I want the neurons to activate.
They give streamers a loaded account? Oh, so there's like, it's rigged?
No, I don't think they give streamers a loaded account, but they do reimburse streamers for all of
The pulls?
money that they spend, yeah.
If you received $1 million, what are 5 things you would do with it?
I would invest most of it and live off of the interest. I would buy a small, with the remainder, I would buy a small piece of property and like get a tiny house built, and then like that's it. Extremely practical.
Very
Extremely
practical.
No fun. Then I'd probably spend like $40,000 of it on like a vtubing model, like by Iron Vertex or whatever.
She's gonna hire Diariku.
That would be, yeah, that would be the one fun thing that I would do with it.
I'm making Trader Joe's bulgogi beef to prove that my tummy is stronger than Bina's.
I ate the rest of it yesterday, and my tummy was fine. I think it was the cheese corn that I made that gave me a tummy ache.
Cheese corn sounds good.
It is good, but it gave me a tummy ache.
Are you lactose intolerant?
No, I'm not.
Oh. Wonder what happened.
I wonder, man, maybe too much fat. I don't know.
Could be. Sometimes eating a lot of fat makes you like, oh.
Yeah, I don't have a gallbladder either, so.
Oh yeah, gallbladder and fat.
No good.
What are the top 5 items at Trader Joe's?
Oh man, gotta go with the peanut butter and jelly like dipper stick snack pack thing. The why can't I don't know. Something. The fulfilled chocolate salted caramel vitamin and protein bar. I really like the Chomps beef sticks. The Thai shrimp pot stickers. And the Mexican salad kit.
They have this new thing. They're pretzels. They're cookies and cream flavored pretzels. And it's like a thin pretzel coated in white chocolate and then drizzled with regular chocolate, and it's salty and sweet, and it's so good.
That does sound really good.
I also really like the Trader Joe's soups. They have a really good tomato soup.
George, I will say that if Vyoshi is at Offkai, there will be merch physically available at Offkai. I don't know how much there's going to be, because the way that it works is we do the pre-orders and then we order that amount and then a little bit extra on top to sell physically. So there could be as few as 5 to 10 of them at any cons that we show up to physically.
George, you're just gonna have to get to their booth first.
Yeah.
Kuro would like to know favorite Sanrio character.
Hang Yodan, because he's a romantic just like me.
He's cute. That's a really good pick.
Yeah. He's got a weird face and he's a romantic and he wants to be a comedian.
I think most people probably don't even know who he is because he's not a common Sanrio character.
Yeah, he's the butch lesbian Sanrio character pick. You know?
I love the description of him.
Yeah, I mean, because like fucking high femme girls are like, oh my god, like toxic women love Kuromi. High femme and also like twice as toxic as the Kuromi girls like My Melody. People who like Hello Kitty, I respect them because they like they just like the default, and that's fine, you know. Lazy fucks like Gudetama, and evil women love cinema roll. Evil men and women love cinema roll. I should be equal there, you know.
I was worried you were gonna say evil people love pom pom purin.
No, pom pom purin is for people with BPD.
I don't have BPD, but I love pom pom purin.
You don't have BPD so far. As far as you know.
I just love his little hat and his pudding body.
Yeah, I would say Hangi or Pom Pom Purin lovers are pretty safe. Karopi is good. You know who else? You know who my 3 favorites are? Are Hangyodon, Pom Pom Purin, and Bad Bats Maru.
I love Batsmaru. He's so cute. I love all of them.
He never gets any merch.
He doesn't. Because Kuromi gets all the goth girl merch.
Yes. Well, Bad Bats Maru is for like the goth boy, and that's like a dying breed.
Yeah. Waiting for Tenshi's first meltdown. Chilean, you should have seen me today calling the dentist, honestly.
Oh yeah. I have to get my fucking dental work done, but I have to get a fucking shitty referral from the
You have to get a referral for your dentist?
Yeah, I have to get a referral because the place that I got my x-rays and shit done by was like, okay, it's gonna be $1,200 to fill in 3 cavities, and I'm like, that is a ripoff.
That is such a ripoff.
I either have to start like a 4-month process of getting seen by this new place, or get a referral from the old one. And so I have to call the old place and be like, hey, can you like just send a referral to these people, otherwise I can't get seen. They might not do it because they don't have to, because they're gonna be like, oh well, we want you to pay, you know, $1,200 to us to fucking, you know.
Yeah. I had a similar issue where my previous dentist wanted me to pay $1,000 for 2 fillings. I was like, $1,000 for 2 fillings? So I went to a different dentist, and it was $185 for 2 fillings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have dental insurance?
I do, but it's through my disability. So it was much cheaper. And when I told them they quoted me $1,000, they were like, what?
Yeah. It probably just depends on where you go, honestly.
Probably. I don't live in like a high income area, so I went to the low income area dentist instead of the dentist in the city. And that was the difference.
Yeah.
Some dentists are a scam. Most dentistry is a scam. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
But calling and making an appointment, I was having a little bit of a breakdown because I'm like, I don't want to go to the doctor.
Yeah, it sucks. But it's something you gotta do. I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm very good at being my own parent, which is nice. I don't need anybody to force me to do the shit that I need to do anymore.
That's good. At some point, maybe it'll be like that for me.
Yeah.
But my other issue is just remembering to do the thing.
Yeah. I set reminders for myself, and that has made all of the difference pretty much.
I started writing everything down, so I have like a little notepad that I write things down on. And I keep it by my computer mouse, so every time I look down at my computer mouse, I'm like, oh yeah, I did not do that thing.
Yeah. I do. I set like timers and reminders on my phone.
I do that too. Like the really important stuff goes on the phone. Imagine having cavities just eat bones.
Yeah. Just have a magical fluid sprayed on your teeth when you're a child to protect your teeth forever.
Yes, I wish that's how it worked.
That is how it worked for one person.
Wait, for who?
One of my fucking friends. I was talking to him and he was like, oh yeah, I went to the dentist. I had no cavities and I have never had a cavity. And I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? And he said, when I was a kid, my parents paid for this experimental treatment where they sprayed, like, once I got my baby teeth out, they sprayed my adult teeth with this, like, this coating thing that was supposed, that lasts my whole life, that protects my teeth, and I've just never had any issues. And I'm like, how the fuck is that real?
That does not sound real.
It sounds fake as fuck.
Chat, is this real?
It sounds absolutely fake as fuck. But they had no reason to lie to me, but it still sounds fake.
Adamantium spray?
I fucking guess.
No wonder it never got approved. This kid never had cavities. The dentists are gonna run out of money.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It causes cancer in 30 years. He's gonna fucking die.
My parents did the same thing. Kind of wild. Makes things taste weird for like 2 weeks. Wait, have you ever had a cancer? Someone not a cancer.
Dude, it's real. It's real, Ben. The secret strengthening coating is real.
I got a couple cavities only after I started taking better care of my teeth, but I wasn't flossing until after the incident. It worked too well. Big dentist holding us back.
Yeah, I guess. Either that or they just had like crazy good genetics or some mixture of the two.
Yeah. It's true.
Guy who also got the teeth spray. Have you ever had a cavity?
He said no, never had a cavity.
Oh my god, so the magical teeth spray just fucking works.
What is this? Can you tell us? Guy that never had a cavity.
Can I get it now?
What is it? What experimental
so I never
treatment?
have to think about it again?
I think
I need to get this. Magic tooth coating that stops you from getting a cavity.
I need this in my life.
Google.com. It's called a sealant, a thin protective coating made from plastic or other dental materials that adheres to the chewing surfaces on the back of your teeth. No way. Is this
That's it? Just a sealant?
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Dang.
Can I get it now?
Electric Ride Shoe says you're too old.
No, I'm not too old. Yeah, put microplastics in my mouth. Give me symptoms of autism.
Microplastic.
Yeah. They always were. That explains so much. I gotta ask this person.
Wait, are microplastics and autism directly linked?
Yeah, symptoms of microplastic poisoning directly mimic the effects of autism.
Really?
Please note, I got that info from a person in chat, so it's probably not true.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Can eating microplastics cause autism?
Autism. That is gonna be such a cursed response, dude.
Oh, good. PubMed.
Yeah.
Pre/post-natal exposure to microplastic as a potential risk factor for autism spectrum disorder.
Yeah. No one, and it's so funny because they always treat autism like it's evil. They're always like, you could choose, they're like, especially in the UK, they'd have all these specials. They'd be like, this family has been burdened by the curse of autism. They spend £150,000 a year on their autistic son, Jeremy. And like the kid is just like sitting, playing with like Legos or some shit. They're like, oh, it truly is a curse. It truly is a curse. I wish that he was dead, honestly. I would rather have no son than a son with autism. And you're like, whoa, whoa, he just wants his books to be like taken apart into different pieces. Like he just wants to, walk on his tiptoes. What are you talking about?
That's well, I mean, I know in places like New Zealand, if you have autism, you don't qualify for the national insurance because they want you to die faster, I guess.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. And apparently that's common in like a few places that if you have autism, they won't insure you.
What? For what fucking reason?
Preconceived biases? Probably?
That... It's the stupidest thing ever. What?
Yeah.
It's not even like... That's like not insuring someone because they're depressed. And you're like, oh, well, they're just gonna kill themselves anyway, so no point in wasting money on them. Am I right, guys? What the fuck?
Canada hates
Canada?
autism people too. Canada will offer you death for like anything.
Are you kidding me?
Stubbed your toe, would you like euthanasia?
They won't give you Canadian health insurance if you're autistic? Well, it's a good thing I never got diagnosed.
Oh, it's too late for her. She's diagnosed with Canadian.
What the fuck?
We gotta give everyone autism so they can't exclude them.
That's so weird.
Canadian healthcare pods. Canadian healthcare is crazy. I remember hearing a story about a guy that like wanted to get a wheelchair ramp and they're like, we can't offer you a wheelchair ramp, but we can offer you death.
Yeah. I haven't heard good things about Canadian healthcare. Northern Lion complains about it all the time.
It's a good thing Slime isn't here because he would probably try to defend it.
Yeah.
Isn't that what vtubing
Not like
is?
I care. I'm never gonna live in Canada ever.
Isn't that what vtubing is? Giving everyone autism? I still don't have autism.
I don't know.
No, I have ADHD.
Yeah, I mean, most VTubers have something wrong with them.
Yeah. Someone once asked me if they would do better at VTubing if they were, like, disabled. It's like, no. Why are you a VTuber? You already excel at life if you don't have any of these things.
It's not necessarily the case. It's just that VTubing attracted a lot of people who are disabled and unable to leave and do things normally because it is a way to be social where you don't have to be physically present for things, right?
Yeah. There's studies that say autistic people are immune to propaganda. Is that why they want them to go away?
That's why I'm so fucking woke.
That's why none of your propaganda works on Hina. That's why she hates games.
Yeah. That's why I hate video games and advertising.
ADHD is autism? No, it's not.
ADHD isn't autism, you're right.
It's not. It's neurospicy, but it's not autism.
Yeah.
That's why she's taking down big oil and plastics. No, we're eating the plastics, remember?
Yeah.
Hina, what would you do if someone recognized your voice IRL?
Kill myself instantly. I would detonate the cyanide capsule that I keep in the back of my molars.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I have a contingency plan for everything.
That's good, I guess.
Yeah.
When was the last time an ad made you buy anything for both of you? But I think Tenshi is very impulsive. Don't call me out like that.
I don't know. What was the last thing I bought? I bought food.
I would have to
I
check
saw a
my credit
TikTok
card
about
bill.
someone trying the bulgogi from Trader Joe's, and then I went and bought that, and it gave me a tummy ache. So the beef bulgogi from Trader Joe's.
Was it worth the tummy ache?
Yeah, it was good.
That's good then.
It had a really good smoky flavor. Who's gonna win the mod fighting tournament? Is it physical combat? Or what? If it's physical combat, I would probably say Agpen has the best chance of winning. Because he used to do strongman shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What if a robber broke into your house? What's the first thing you'd use as a weapon?
I don't know, I'd probably just kill myself instantly.
She
I'd
would use
detonate
the cyanide.
capsule in the back of my molars. If someone... That's gonna be my answer to every question now.
I sleep with a bat by my bed and also a set of knives, so
Stop picking the
probably
easy way
either
out.
one of those.
Do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to lie to you?
I mean, you're
You only get
You're 5'10".
physically
I feel like chances are
incapable.
you would sit up in bed and they would be like, "Oh my god," and run away.
No, probably not. I sleep naked. I have my tits out.
No,
Yeah, I
even
would
more.
self-destruct. And if people are breaking in, they're probably bringing a weapon too.
I mean, that's true. But you could be like that guy that lets people break into his house, then he chases them out naked with his gun.
That's scary. I don't want to do that. I used to be like, I think I used to be way more anxious than I am now. I used to be like so deathly afraid that like people would come into my room or something, or like someone would try and break into my room that I literally couldn't sleep at night.
I had a similar fear in university. It went away when I moved back home. But like we did have
Yeah.
a string of break-ins.
That's just always how I felt at my family home, but now that I live on my own, I don't feel that way anymore.
Have you considered Home Alone like traps to protect yourself?
Yeah, back when I had like that crazy anxiety, I did.
Did you keep like a cardboard cutout of someone by the window?
No, we have cardboard cutouts of like Obama here though.
I'm trying to picture someone breaking in now. And they just see Obama.
Yeah, Obama, 2 Obamas and Chris Pratt.
The confusion.
It's weird to explain to people who come over.
No, I
Or,
get
yeah,
it.
it's just
I think.
It's just a bit. It's just a bit.
Obama. That's an O-bummer.
That's so true.
Like, I know some VTubers have like cardboard cutouts of themselves.
No, we have cardboard cutouts of Obama and Chris Pratt.
Have a cutout of Obama with a speech balloon saying, "Let me be clear," and he's holding a Mr. Clean bottle.
That's pretty good.
That's funny.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. I don't have any cardboard cutouts, but will you sleep with your own docky?
Honestly, maybe. We're probably gonna get a test print done of it. I have the NSFW test prints. I keep trying to find people to unload them off to, but nobody wants them. There are a couple of people who wanted one at MagFest, actually, but I just forgot to bring them again.
She's just trying to give them away.
Yeah.
Of course they don't. You mean you wouldn't?
Yeah, because it's embarrassing enough to buy an NSFW Dakibakura cover, but imagine the person that it's of physically handing it to you. How mortified would you feel?
Am I the only one that doesn't have an Obama in my house? You didn't get your government issued Obama cardboard cutout? That does seem a little mortifying. Giving your
It's my
own...
dumbest stream-related purchase, a bag of dirt that I ate.
Why did you eat the dirt?
For money. For charity, specifically.
That makes sense. It's like the ALS challenge, but more dirt.
It was awful.
I was gonna ask what it tastes like.
Like sand. I don't know what else to say. It tastes like fucking dirt.
Yeah. I'm sure it was very earthy.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Wet sand? Was it quality dirt?
I would do gorilla. I'll do a charity stream this year and I'll eat gorilla biscuits for charity.
Will you cook the gorilla biscuits first?
No, you're supposed to eat them raw.
Why?
Because they're already baked. They're like little like rabbit pellets.
Oh, they're like that. Wait, how do you just
Yeah.
get gorilla food? Can you just buy that?
Just from a zoo supplier wholesale.
You could just buy that?
Yeah.
It's 8% ash? Why are there
do you
ashes in
think
the
that-
gorilla food?
How do you think zoos buy gorilla food?
I don't know. I thought they just feed them like a lot of lettuce.
No, you gotta get them gorilla chow. You know?
I guess. I thought you were gonna say Gorilla Glue. That would be much worse.
Yeah, imagine if they fed the gorillas Fairlife, they'd be so fucking strong. If they fed the gorillas fucking Premier Protein coffee shakes.
Oh,
It'd be
those
so
gorillas would
over.
never go to sleep.
It'd be so fucking over for them.
Just go to the zoo and put money in the animal feed vending machine.
That too.
You could buy any type of animal online, including things like lions, tigers, and bears. Yeah, you go to buildabear.com and you could buy all 3 of those.
Yeah. Harambe would have squeezed the bullet. He would have caught it in between his fingers if he was on Premier Protein coffee.
Oh no. By the way, guys, I did ask all of my questions, so you guys are free to ask Hina any questions that might come to mind.
Yeah. What questions do you have, chat room?
Chat room, do you have questions about vtubing or about Hina or maybe random things that pop into your head, like do you prefer Costco or Sam's Club?
Where did you bury the bodies? I haven't killed anyone yet. But if I ever did, you wouldn't find out.
Favorite?
If Mari or I ever killed anybody, we would definitely help each other hide the body.
This is a SISO stream. We're held back. Look, just because I don't curse doesn't mean that my guest isn't allowed to. Fave flavor ice cream.
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
That's a good answer. I love chocolate chip cookie dough.
I like Little Caesars. I like eating bread.
Bread is good. What's your favorite car?
The Ford Pinto.
I have to look that up. I don't know what cars look like. Ford
Oh.
Pinto.
I might be showing my age a little bit too much here.
Oh, I've seen one of these at the museum.
Yeah, this car was awesome because they put the fuel tank in the back of the car, so if someone rear-ended you, your car would explode.
That's fun, I think.
Yeah.
How is the ant situation?
No more ants.
Woo!
But they're gonna start coming back because it's getting hot.
You have to put Irish Spring soap around all your windows and doors.
They don't like it?
They don't like it. Bugs
shit,
hate the
that's-
smell of Irish Spring soap.
I'll try that.
It's a trick my grandma uses, and it keeps
Oh,
the bugs
wow.
out.
We usually just use ant traps, but I'll try my best.
I mean, that
I'll put
works.
soap.
That works too. The borax bait.
Yeah. Ants hate the Irish. Spring is when the ants show up.
When will you exit the simulation?
I don't know, whenever I can.
What are your 3 numbers on the card? What?
420. Like on the back of my credit card.
Oh. Opinion on mint flavoring.
I like it. I like mint ice cream.
I like the Tic Tac mints because first they taste like marshmallow, and then once they start melting more, they're spicy.
Yeah, those are good.
What are good ways to support a VTuber? What are ways that seem good but aren't?
Best way to support a VTuber is to watch their stream and chat and make clips and share clips and promote them and retweet their stuff. And if you just really like them, try to get more people to watch them. Genuinely is the best way that you can support a VTuber. Ways that seem good but aren't. Don't go into other people's chats and talk about your favorite VTuber.
Yes.
I know that might sound like something you should do, but I don't think that you should. Even if that person is like a known friend of the person, you shouldn't necessarily bring it up apropos of nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just be, because, like, you know, when it's someone's stream, it's their stream, right?
Yeah. Do you think you can make a streamer house work? We know they all implode, but you made it work with Mari. As far as I remember, you're still together, no?
Yeah, we're still together, and we've added another content creator to the house, and things are fine. People should not try to do what we did. We are the exception, not the rule. The way it would have to work is that you would have to be, like, unbelievably chill people who, like, are just, like... The reason why Mari and I work so well together is because we do shit. We do our shit. We don't, like, get on each other's cases when, like, you know... Oh, there's a lot of dishes in the sink. We're not like, you left this in the bed and you did that, and so you need to do all this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just do it, right? Like, if I see dishes in the sink, I'll just fucking put them in the dishwasher or whatever, and I don't, like, hold things against people, you know?
Yeah. Opinion on Sour Patch Watermelon versus Strawberry?
Watermelon's better.
Watermelon is usually better. But
Thought that was common politeness? No, especially not among mentally ill people from the internet.
Chilean, have you never been to a college dorm?
Yeah.
Literally everything is, well, you cooked, so you have to clean the dishes.
Yeah. Well, you're the one who, you left these dishes in the sink, so you have to be the one to take care of them. I'm not gonna take care of them, even though we all use the kitchen.
One of my...
And I only left 3 cups in the dishwasher, so I'm only taking out the dishes from the dishwasher that I use. I'm not gonna unload the whole thing.
That sounds so petty because it is.
Yeah. People are like that.
My sister is the only one in her dorm that takes out the garbage.
Yes.
All of her roommates will literally just pile and pile the garbage up. And it, like, test how long it'll take until someone actually takes it out, and it's only my sister that'll take it out.
Yes, you just have to be the one that's willing to do it. That's the way that living works. You have to be the one that you just have to do it. You have to do it. You have to. That's also how relationships work. You just have to do it. You have to be the bigger person.
Yes.
You have to be the one to say something. Because you can't expect people to know your needs if you don't vocalize them.
Mm-hmm. Communication is so important.
Yes.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes, but only if you have something spicy, like jalapenos on there.
That sounds like an interesting combo.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the weird one. Living together comes with compromise. It does. It definitely comes with compromise.
It does come with compromise, but a lot of people don't realize that.
I think a lot of people also have, like, especially in university, you meet a lot of people from affluent families who had people picking up after them all the time.
Yes, people who were enabled by their mommy.
Yeah.
An overbearing mother who took... son of an overbearing mother who took care of everything for him in his entire life, who never learned how to survive on his own.
Does not know how to do laundry.
Looking for a wife
mommy
that will be his new mommy. Yes. Classic.
Mm-hmm. One of my mods had a roommate who tried to wash the dishes with bleach.
Oh yeah. Tale as old as time, honestly.
It is, yeah. You've got all these kids who are, like, living on their own for the first time, and they're like, oh, what is dish soap? What is vacuum cleaner?
My mommy isn't here to take care of me. What the hell?
How do I use a washing machine?
I mean, I'm stupid like that, but just about cleaning in general. I'm not good at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people don't learn, but, like, in my family,
I just don't even, like, I didn't even realize how bad I was at cleaning until I moved in with Mari, because she's so good at it. Because, like, I would never live in, like, a fucking pigsty or whatever, but...
Yeah.
Just, like, wow, I didn't realize how clean things could be.
if thing is not dirty, it feels good. Their parents clearly didn't teach them basic human things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to take a whole day to do the 120-meter square house. Hey, as long as you do it.
Yeah. I thought I was messy until I lived with roommates for the first time. Yeah, that's also true. I'm relatively messy, but like, I never allow my mess to propagate outside of my room. Like, I've got a lot of clothes on my floor right now, but I could very easily just put them into the hamper. I just don't want to.
How do I repair my garage door? This isn't Google. You're gonna have to type that into google.com.
Yeah.
Always thought my mom was paranoid with cleaning, but I saw the dumpsters? What does that mean? Google is useless now? I don't know. Ask Alexa.
Yeah. I gotta get going here pretty soon.
Yeah.
It closes at 10.
Of course. Thank you so much for being my guest. I really appreciated having you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, any last questions before we let Hina go?
On 5-in-1 shampoo, you gotta... Don't do that. Get, like, nice stuff. Buy from Lush. Get Lush products.
Lush is okay. I would say just look for the sulfate-free stuff.
Yeah. Lush is expensive, but it's worth it.
I like their bath bombs, like the bubble bar. That's what it's called.
Yeah, the bubble bar is good. I prefer their washing stuff, you know, the body wash and the hair stuff. Their hair stuff is really good.
Will you get hammered at Off-Kai again?
Nope.
Probably a good idea.
Definitely not. Definitely not ever again.
English muffin or bagel with a sausage patty and cheese?
Bagel.
Bagel is good. Did you poop yet today? That's an interesting question.
Nope. Not yet, but probably after the gym, because that's usually when it happens.
Just something about the gym.
Something about getting the machine going.
Yeah, that was an interesting question.
Yeah.
All right, any last ones? Did we go over the bagel diagram? We did not go over the bagel diagram because it didn't get brought up.
What is the bagel diagram?
Oh, the bagel diagram. It's the proper way to eat a bagel.
Oh.
So first, it's just the way I ate a bagel and it became a joke.
You scoop the bagel?
No, I eat the inside of the bagel first.
Whoa.
And I dip it in cream cheese, and then I fill the rest with cream cheese, and I eat the rest of the bagel like that.
They would kill you if you asked them to do that in New York City.
That's why I only eat it like this at home, because I I make my own bagels at home, and I can do whatever I want with my bagel.
You scoop it. You scoop out the bagel.
Yeah, but I eat the inside too. Other people don't eat the inside. She harvests the bagel meat. How do you eat the middle? You just pull it out. You just pull it out. It comes out. Has Hina successfully scared you yet? No, I've watched Hina's streams before, so I knew what I was in for.
Yeah.
The only thing that slightly scared me was Ram Ranch.
Why?
I don't know, just something about it is very intimidating.
Ram Ranch really rocks.
You've heard of a twice baked potato, now get ready for the twice baked bagel. Leave me and my bagel alone.
Excuse me.
Well, I think Do you know? I have no idea what that is, Ben is, and I'm afraid to ask. What made you become more chill / easygoing, Hina? I think you progressed fairly quickly on that.
I don't know, just like learning to not take things so seriously is a pretty big one. Just like realizing that feeling stressed and anxious and scared and angry and upset and sad about things that I have literally no control over, that have very little bearing on.
Oh, did she freeze? Rice, thank you so much for rating. Hi, my name is Tenshi. I'm an angel streaming live from the internet with the power to restore hope to humanity and heal your heart. And today, this is my guest, Hinabobina. Thank you so much for rating, Rice. I think, unfortunately, she may have frozen. I'm not quite sure what happened. But welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. How'd you end up here? I DM'd Hina. Your graphics driver's just updated. Oh no, at literally the worst time. Oh no, well, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a picture of us together because this is kind of hilarious. And I guess this is about as good a time as any to end the interview. But thank you so much, Hina, for being my guest. I'll answer for you too. Thank you so much, Tenshi. Betrayed by her own computer. I know. Her VTuber Gundam lost its soul, not the soul. Poor Hina. It's kind of like having a cardboard cutout of Hina in my living room. Auto updates on. You can do whatever you want with her petrified model. I can't actually, because I can't put. Actually, I can do the thing where you click take control of the model. 1 second. How do I do this? I always forget. And then I could put a hat on her. Okay, you control position. There we go. Cardboard Hina goes hard. Guys, wait, look. Proportionally, look how tall. Discord crashed. Oh no. You can't reopen it. Oh no. It's okay. It's all gone wrong. Yeah, she's literally, hang on, let me move it here. This is proportionally how tall we are. 6 feet versus 5'11". No, lore accurate height. So true. VTuber scuff. The VTuber scuff always takes over. Hina, thank you for being here. I'm hoping you could come back in, but just in case, Hina's finally talking sense now. How'd she get inside? I don't know. Oh, she left. There we go. Her VTS disconnected. Her VTS everything.